Hello everyone, welcome to Augmentech. In this session, we will learn how to build a simple to-do list app using Python. I'm excited to get started and I hope the same from you. Let's get started with the problem statement of Python to-do list app. Let's say you're tasked to create a Python-based to-do list application that allows users to add, view, update, and delete tasks. The application should provide a simple and intuitive command line interface for managing tasks efficiently. This project will help you practice core Python programming concepts like file handling and basic user interaction. Now let's have a look at the to-do list app functions or functionality. Add task wherein the user should be able to add new tasks to their to-do list. Each task should have a unique identifier and a description. And weave task wherein users can weave that entire to-do list, which should display each task's unique identifier and description. And then update task wherein users can update the description of an existing task by specifying task's unique identifier. And then lastly, we have delete task wherein users can remove a task from their to-do list by specifying task's unique identifier. Now let's hop to Python and see how to code to-do list using Python. Let's get started. I'll see you there. Now here I'm on my PyCharm, so I'm going to right click on the project name, go to new Python file. Let's name this as project to-do list app. Enter, and here I'm going to say Python project to create a to-do list app. So here we will be first importing our OS module because we will be creating file wherein we can store our tasks. Now we will define the file path for storing task. That's a file path equals, let's say the name of file is to do underscore list dot txt. And then we can load existing tasks from the file or initialize an empty list. Now here we'll write a function to load the task. Let's say def load tasks, and then we do if os dot path dot exists, and then we need to pass the file path over here, and then we will open this file using with open, specify the name of the file that we want to open, that is to do underscore list, or we will here pass the file path instead of passing to do list, and this should be in R mode, that is read mode, and then as a file, and then tasks equals, we'll do file dot read lines, and then we can return task dot strip for task in tasks, else we can return empty list. Now let's write a function to save the task. So here I say save tasks to the file, and then let's say def save underscore tasks is the name of the function that takes tasks as the argument, and then we do with open file path w mode as file, because we need to open the file and write a task to it. And then we can say file dot write dot join. Let's say we will join the tasks. Now let's see if we have to display the current to-do list. Display the current to-do list. So here I create a function by name def display tasks that takes tasks as the argument. And then here we will check if not tasks colon, it should print your to-do list as empty if there are no tasks. Else it should be printing the to-do list. So here I say print to-do list, and then we can iterate using enumerate. For here I say idx comma task in enumerate tasks, and then pass in the id colon, let's print idx, that is, let's format and then print idx dot task. Let's put idx also inside the bracket. It should be returning the id as well as the task that is stored at that particular id. Now let's see how to add a new task. Add a new task to the to-do list. And here I say def add underscore task. We should take two arguments, let's say task and the description. And then here I can say tasks dot append. Let's append the description of the tasks. And then we can print format, let's say task description, and let's put this in single quotes, is added to your to-do list. And then I can just save by doing save underscore tasks and then passing the tasks to this. Alright, so this is how we can add a new task to the to-do list. Now we will see how to update an existing task. So here I say update an existing task. Let's say def update underscore task, should be taking the argument task and then task underscore id and then new description as the argument colon, and then here I'm going to check if I is less than or equal to task id less than or equal to length of task, and this should be 1 and not I. Okay, this should be tasks underscore id, or it should be only task id. And then I can do tasks of tasks. or task ID minus 1 equals new description. And then I can print f, that is we will format our task and then we will update the task ID. So here I say updated and then I can pass the task ID to the placeholder. And then we will save the task by doing save tasks and then pass the tasks. Else, we can simply print invalid task ID. So this was about how we can update an existing task. Now let's go and see how to delete a task from to-do list. So here I say delete. Delete a task from to-do list and here I say def delete task and then we can pass task comma task underscore id colon and then I can again say if one is less than or equal to task id less than or equal to length of tasks and then I'll say removed underscore task equals. We'll be making use of pop method here. So here I say task.pop and then task underscore id minus 1 and there should be tasks.pop. So we are trying to remove a task that is existing and then I can say print format task and then I can pass in remove the task and let's say this is deleted and then we will save the task. Here I do save underscore tasks of tasks and then we can go and print else invalid task id if you're trying to remove um, a task which is not available for that particular id that we are passing. Alright, so this is about how we can delete the task. Now here we will write a main function. In this main function we will actually include options like viewing the task, deleting the task, updating the task, saving the task and so on. So def main colon, here I say tasks equals, let's call the load task function and then while true, let's say print. So we'll mention the options here. Let's say first option is to weave task or weave tasks and then the next option is to add tasks and then we have third option to update task and then we can also go and delete the task. Fourth is to delete the task and then fifth is just to quit. Here we will say choice equals, let's get the input and here we say enter your choice and if the choice equals 1 it has to call the display task function because here the choice 1 is to weave the task. So display task function is going to display all the tasks that are available in the to-do list and then I can go for elif choice equals a 2, that is to add a task. Then I can say description equals input, enter the task description, colon, and then I can call the add tasks function and then pass in tasks and description. Now, if the choice is 3, that is to update the task based off the ID. So here I say task underscore ID equals int input and then enter the task ID to update. And then here we can have a new description that equals input, enter the new task description, and then I can call the update tasks function that should take task ID, that should take tasks, comma task ID, and then new description. And then elif choice equals 4 colon task ID equals, here I say int input, enter the task ID to delete. Because the IDs here will be numerical values, we have to typecast the input functions into int, because input function by default accepts the string values. And then I can simply call the delete function that takes tasks and task ID. Elif choice equals a 5, we can simply print goodbye, and then we can break out of the while loop, and then we can also have an else for invalid choice. Let's say it prints invalid a choice, please try again. Now let's call the main function. So here I'm gonna do if name equals main colon main function. Let's quickly run and check. So I'm gonna right click, run project to do list. So it should be creating a to do list txt file for us. So yep, you can see here we have options and it says enter your choice. Okay, let me say 1, and when I say 1, so you see it says your to-do list is empty, right? Now let me quickly add a task. Let's say 2, choice 2 is to add a task. It says enter the task description. Here I put something like learn programming, enter. So you see what happens. Let's, the task is learn programming and it is added to your list. Now I can go and leave my task by again doing option 1, and if I check, you see it says to-do list learn programming has been added to my list and the ID of it is 1. Alright, so now if I want to update this particular task, I can say 3 and then enter the task ID to update. We only have one task as of now and the ID of it is 1. Okay, enter the new task description. So here I'll change my description to learn Python programming. Instead of just learn programming, it should be now learn Python programming. Hit enter. And now if you go and view my task, you should see the task should be updated to learn Python programming. Initially, it was only learn programming. This is how you can update. Now, if I have to delete, I can say choice 4. Okay, task ID is 1. And if I go and view my task, you should see the task or the to-do list should be empty. Can you see it says your to list is empty? I must change that to to-do list. And then if I say 5, you see it says goodbye. All right. So I just have to check whether my to-do list is empty. It should be to-do list empty. And if you notice here, we have this file to-do list created. All right. Let me once again run and check what happens to the to-do list file. If I say 2, that is I want to add a task description. This time I say, let's say the task description is go out for shopping. And if I enter 1, you see it says me the to list is go out for shopping. All right. So you see now it says go out for shopping. All right. So if I again add one more task here, let's say it's buy groceries. And if I enter 1, again, if I go and check, you should be seeing both the tasks in to-do list. You can see the second one is buy groceries. All right. Let's say if I have to update any one of this. Okay. Uh, let's say I want to update the first one. So here I say 3. And then I want to update first one. Here I say go to mall for shopping. And let me again check my to-do list. And if I say choice 1, that is to view. You see, it says go to mall for shopping. All right. So if I say 5, that should say goodbye. All right. So that was all about how to build a simple to-do list application in Python. That's all for this session. Hope you enjoyed this session. We'll see you in the next.